Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Kim. And Albert, we're getting down to the business now. We're getting down when only the big boys are playing, and to move on, you've really accomplished something.
It's our most fun time. The state championships of naming schools, naming players. That means they've had great seasons playing into November. Let's start Division III, where Canfield will meet Ursuline after Canfield had a banner day last week, a 42-14 victory over Aurora. Brock Lowry was the man scoring 4 touchdowns, three rushing and 1 passing. And they know each other. They'll play Ursuline. Ursuline overcame a 14-0 deficit, George. That's not easy. Came back and beat Talmadge. Sophomore D.C. Farrell, 30-yard touchdown run, increased the lead to 45-20. He also had 7 catches for 66 yards.
Imagine dealing with him for the next 2 years. How would you like to do that?
I saw them. You know, many of these teams, I don't get a chance to look on YouTube and read, but I saw Ursuline with my own eyes, and they're so good offensively. Now, if they have a bugaboo, they give up points.
Okay.
But they can really score, and Canfield comes in the number 2 seed. Canfield has a lot of confidence playing Ursuline. Ursuline has 2 losses, and I saw them beat Farrell. That's all you have to know. Farrell's
and then you're down 14-0, so you outscored them 45-14. And they got the last one, so figure.
Yeah, and this is not some run.
No, you're not. No, there's no.
Right now,
there are no bad teams.
Right
no, if somebody lucked in, okay, they're going.
Yeah. Next, we go Division IV, and that will be West Branch. Our local team, 11-1, will play Akron Buchtel. The Akron teams are always good. West Branch really put up a number against Struthers, 54 points. They'll have to prove defensively also. Gave up 35 in the quarterfinals, but they were led by Drew DeShields. That name's been on our radar all year. He once again threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for another.
Those guys in high school used to be in high school. You had these running quarterbacks, and at the next level, no, you're going to drop back. That's completely changed. Now these guys that can pass for 3 or 4 and run for 1 or 2 are like gold.
Yeah, for George and I, they've always been gold.
Yeah, but
we always believed that the best college and high school quarterbacks are the ones on 3rd and 8. They can get it 1 of 2 ways. They can throw it for a first down, or they can make a jumbled play into a 1st and 10 as they run for 14 yards.
It's a killer to the defense. It really is.
It's moved into the pro ranks now that they're looking for those guys that can move.
Oh, Mahomes Sunday night, if not for his running.
Yes.
They're done.
And Fields, who I thought was a bust. Now, I will say this. High school and college, I have a lot of confidence that they won't get hurt.
Yeah.
At the pro level, I still think Fields and Josh Allen are going to get hurt because they take hits.
Hero ball.
Yeah.
Josh Allen can get out of bounds, and he'll lower his right shoulder.
I think they're going to get hurt.
And I'm thinking, geez, Josh, for no other reason it's your throwing shoulder.
Yeah.
When he's running left especially. I'm like, Josh, there's no shame. You know,
I know he's a big dude.
In the old days, there was a shame to slide.
Yeah.
No more.
No, they have to.
Nobody cares if you
Because they're
slide.
trying to hurt you. These pro players are ranging from 6'4", 320 pounds, to 6'2", 225, running like
with they're moving. Oh no,
100 miles an hour. They're going to try to hurt you.
No, they want to hurt you.
They do.
When they grab these guys, I laugh. They grab them and they hold their arms tight and they fall on them. You know, they're trying to clean that up, but they can't. And you can't get your arms out.
It is too big.
How you getting your arms out?
You can't. Division 5. The team has been on the roll all year. They continue that roll. South Range. They're going to play a team who was seeded 13th. And we warned you.
We did.
We warned you, don't ever seed Mooney 13th. They'll meet each other. South Range, Tyler Remish and Billy Skripak, we've talked about them all year. They had 3 touchdowns and as they whooped Garfield. Remish scored the first 3 touchdowns. Skripak 2 passing and rushing. They're dangerous. They play Mooney. We know that South Range will be favored. We know they've been number 1 all year. But when you have Ashton O'Brien on your side at Mooney, 242 yards and 2 touchdowns, rushing 41 touchdown. George, I know they're not the same as they were. No. Mooney and Ursuline, they used to just dominate people. But they're still scary.
Well, you see the 6 losses, and it can tell you one or two things. Oh, they're beatable. Yeah, but also they play good people.
Yeah, you automatically think they're going to play a pretty good schedule too. Mm-hmm. And I know coaching really well. That's what George and I did for a lifetime. When the South Range puts that film on, they're not going to say to their kids, "They're not very good."
They won't look like
they're
a
13 seed. They're going to say, "Watch, hey, don't look at the number."
And they won't have to convince them. They're between their uncles and cousins, and someone
That's
got whooped
true.
by Mooney over
Somebody's
the years.
Somebody's lost to Mooney
somebody
before.
said, you guys, you're in a hornet's nest there.
Yeah, so that's Mooney, that's Ursuline. And then we go to Division 7, and this team's been a runaway freight train as a parochial school forever. Warren JFK. Southern moves on. I love to see Southern with a big win. Warren JFK, they had 4 different people hit the end zone in the first half. Aiden Rossi, Antonio Smith, Caleb Hadley all had a touchdown, and then Braylon Dyson also scored through the air. Remember last year, Southern lost to Norfolk St. Paul. Not this year. They said we're going to revenge 42-20 victory in the second round matchup. Congratulations to Warren JFK and Southern as they're going to meet for Southern. Wyatt Morrison, Colton Sukup, and Ryan Exline all found the end zone. Well, big matchups. We mentioned the 7 local teams. Next week it'll be down to 4 or 3. Hopefully after next week.
So we're moving on.
Moving on. That's it.
At this point in the year, you got to play though. You can't get that 14-0 hole. Don't do it in a big game. No.
And a couple of them are playing each other, so someone's going to get knocked out on the local scene. You'll notice there's some great teams that knocked out a little early. We on here, because of time constraints and we don't want to miss anybody either, try to mention all the winners that move on. Congratulations to those teams that lost in the regional finals, lost in the first round also. They had great years. In soccer, Holland, who's been named synonymous with winning in the Division II Soccer and Region Championship, came out with a 2-1 win. Congratulations. Jack Kenny is going to look back at his career game. He scored both goals, George, in that big Holland win. They moved to 19-1-2 on the season, a 16-game winning streak, and now they go to the state semifinals. Congratulations to Holland Soccer. And Mooney again in soccer also clinched the regional championship with a 2-win shutout. Mooney improves to 17-3-1. They will play in the Division III state semifinals. Congratulations to both squads. It's a sport that when you see great soccer, you'll see great dribbling, great feet-eye coordination, and more importantly, George, you'll see low-scoring games because they know how to play the game the proper way.
If they get the first goal,
they know how to play defense.
Absolutely.
Yes, they do. In local college, YSU, biggest win they've had in years. Score in the last 20 seconds of the game as Mitch Davison finds Bryce Oliver in the end zone to cap a 9-play, 80-yard drive. The key to that, George, and we watched those games on Saturday. I don't know how they did it. The wind.
Oh, there were places.
And it was there. That was there. That's why it was shocking. No timeouts.
No.
With that wind howling in their face, that's a miraculous comeback. Because I saw the great Ohio State offense.
They were in a ball game.
They could not even move the ball in that wind. That wind was crazy. That now puts them at 6-3, 4-2 in the season in the league, and play Missouri State next. They should be hopped up for that one, George, because this game at Missouri State probably
it's a playoff game.
is a playoff game.
Yeah. 4-3 doesn't sound good. 5-2, I'd say you're in that league.
Game.
Yeah.
Playoff game. It's a playoff
Yeah, and that's
game.
Bobby Petrino, right?
Yes, it is.
So no shortage of knowledge.
And the confidence level has to be sky high.
Yeah, great win.
I'll give Coach Phillips and the staff credit that they pulled Crenshaw. Remember, he had 5 touchdown passes against Dayton. Somebody was said, why would you pull? It looks like they have found a gold mine in Salem's quarterback, Mitch Davidson, as he did it under pressure. It's like when you're ahead 40-0, down 40-0, drive
a little easier.
But in a game you have to win on the road. In the windstorm. What a great win that was.
Yeah, and I know the girls kick it off or tip it off Wednesday night. I was reading today online, YSU women.
Right around the corner, right?
Girl from Kennedy, Malia Magistro, She was the third leading scorer last year, and I'm sure she'll improve that. They've been good for a
They've been
while.
good. Coach
Youngstown
Barnes has a good
women.
program there. Yes, he does.
Absolutely. Let's look at the NCAA, the big boys. I had this one right. I don't know if anybody listened, but those Georgia Bulldogs. I mean, somebody said, well, they lost so-and-so. I said, you better look at who they still have.
Yeah, they
Jeez.
and they have a quarterback in Roy Play too. That's really underrated. Really a trademark guy that I like to talk about when I say trademark. A guy that stuck it out. A guy that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
That doesn't happen too often.
Portal. They benched a guy at Utah Friday night. He's going Sunday. They bench a guy. He's going the next morning. This guy waited and waited. Stetson Bennett. And I'll tell you right now, I watched that game. I'll take that young man.
Yeah, he's really good. He's not just a walk-on talent-wise. He's a talented player.
Absolutely.
He can run and pass. Really knows the offense inside out. Lets his players make plays because he knows he has the best talent around.
You know what? He tucked it a couple times.
Well, he can do it.
I know one thing.
Yeah,
he's
he
not
can move.
slow.
He can move. No, not at all.
No. So that.
And so Georgia and Tennessee.
Georgia's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they were to get upset by LSU or somebody in the championship,
anyway.
they'd still be in. But it's big for Michigan that they win.
Right.
Big for Michigan. I want to talk about it. Alabama, even though the losses are on the last play, they're done.
Yeah, for the first time I can say that in a long time.
Normally they find some way. And
There was no way this time.
now,
Yeah.
how about even if LSU were to get upset, they still would have the tiebreaker over Alabama because they beat them head to head.
Yes.
So they're done. Now, what this does, this opens the door for two people. One, Michigan, Ohio State loser if it's a classic. 39-36 in 2 overtimes.
Right.
Or TCU if they run the table.
Yeah, there's a lot of ifs there. We got a long way to go.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they're there.
But they don't have to worry about
In
Alabama.
other words, Clemson's out, Alabama's out.
Yes.
And you know what happened? As unfortunate as it is, people can't erase that Georgia-Oregon score. And I know they're really good.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they can't erase it.
They're not near Georgia, though.
But you can't erase it,
They're
though.
not near Georgia.
But you can't erase it. That was the beatdown of all beatdowns. That would make me
I
not.
don't even think about it.
That would make me not want to cross the country.
I don't even think
How about
about
if
it.
Southern Cal wins it all? Same. Utah's lost to Florida. Same. They're
Yes.
crippling.
It's in their mind. It's in their mindset.
Okay, now, biggest benefactor, obviously, TCU. But they have to win out. And, we've talked about this because Big Ten's going there next year. No more East-West, legend leader, all this crap. 1 and 2 play again.
Yeah, I would say they're out this week. I really believe that.
Texas could get them. They can get them.
I really believe it all my heart. TCU's had so many lucky things happen. It was just like Clemson. That you can't keep getting lucky over and over and over.
But they didn't just get beat out there. They got trumped.
You talking about Clemson?
Yes.
But they weren't that good. That's why it's like TCU. I think TCU's going to lose
Where is the game?
at Texas.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't make them an underdog. Put it that way. I wouldn't make them an
I
underdog.
think they're close to a touchdown underdog.
Yeah. Texas? Or
No,
TCU?
TCU
Oh,
is.
no, absolutely. No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no.
I want the home team
Yeah.
in that game, too. The 1-2 championship really makes that. You almost have to have what that little guy say that day. I was at the polling game. Rematch. It's almost a rematch.
Yeah, you have to beat the same team twice.
Which
probably, yes.
really makes it tough.
Hard, yeah.
And we've talked stuff. If I had
But
a
who's
high,
the other team? That's what I don't know who the other team is.
no, it would be Texas. Texas Tech is out. TCU and the rest of them. Oklahoma State is.
No, I'm not talking about that league. No, I'm talking about if Texas beats TCU. Who's the 4th team coming into the playoffs?
Michigan, Ohio State loser. If it's close,
But I have the Michigan Ohio State loser in there. But Georgia.
then I think
I
you
don't know
could
who it-
get.
I
I
don't-
think you could get because they've
I have no idea who it could be.
because they've messed with the Pac-12 so many
Okay.
times. The guy comes out now. If Southern Cal runs the table, wins that, and beats Notre Dame,
Yeah.
they got a
Is that who
little.
it would be?
They can puff their chest.
Is that
up.
who it would be,
I don't
maybe?
think they can beat them though.
But I'm saying if they do,
It would be them.
But we don't have a 4th team. I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well, we're going to have SEC for sure.
Yeah,
Possibly
Georgia?
2. Ohio State is 3, and then either TCU or the Pac. Clemson embarrassed that league. They're done.
Yeah, I throw Clemson out. But I'm saying if TCU happens to lose to Texas, I'm saying I don't know if they will or not. But I don't have a 4th team.
No,
I have no idea who the 4th team is.
No, that's why I think it's crucial out there that Oregon runs the table.
Yeah.
Because I think Southern Cal could too, but they have
So
to
it might
play
come out of
Notre
that
Dame.
league, you're saying. It
Yeah.
could come out of that league.
And I'll give you another reason. They've been left off so much.
Okay.
I know that sounds strange. But they've been left off well, they haven't been in how long? When's the last time the Pac-12?
And they don't deserve to be in.
No. Well, if they have one loss.
They got beat by Georgia so bad.
Oh.
I mean, Georgia, you said it already in the show.
No, I saw it. No, I can't argue. That's what I said. It would tell me not to play them opening game. I would not play them. By the way, Stetson Bennett, right after the Ohio State quarterback, would be my Heisman.
Okay.
Right after. I enjoy that.
He went ahead of Hooker after that win, you were saying.
Yeah, Hooker gave it away that
Okay,
day. He
okay.
gave it away. And not that it's not fair.
Okay.
But no, that score was 27-6. That last one they pulled aside. That was what in the old days would have called a backdoor, but the line was it wouldn't have mattered in the line. That Clemson game made the whole ACC look bad.
But anybody who follows college football knows they're not
But Notre Dame, they lost to Marshall. Now, here's the other one, too. The other day, Stanford. Did you see what Washington?
Yeah, they trounced them.
What?
Yeah, you can't. That's the college
We
football
said the
happens all
portal's
the time.
done, huh? Portal.
Yeah.
Stanford,
Yeah,
done.
we said it for sure.
Northwestern, done.
No question.
You know what's funny? Rice is pretty good for Rice.
They can only get so good, though.
Yeah, no.
Good.
Then what had surprised me this week, and I was happy for in some sense, NC State with a third-string quarterback.
Yeah, you
beat
called
Wake.
that all along, and I never saw that like you did.
Yeah.
Because I thought the ACC was weak. If the ACC was strong,
Yeah.
I'd have said they couldn't win.
How do you win?
They can beat teams, and
I was shocked.
yeah, they can beat teams.
Hey, this Georgia Tech interim coach, at some point, what are they going to say? I mean, I'm not saying they're very good.
Yeah, I know that. They're not going to get him the job.
You don't think?
Not a chance.
Not a chance.
No, I see it. In the middle of those, you see those 28, 27
Oh,
wins.
no, yeah.
They get beat 47-0. So
Boy, probably they were asleep the other day. They had that game won.
Yeah.
And they were down to
They were snake
13
butt,
one.
too. They were
Georgia
snake
Tech.
butt, too.
Yeah.
There's certain teams that are just somehow
Yep.
find ways to lose games.
Now, here's one. We're talking about the NFL. I understand there are buys, and I understand the reason, but, man, too many at one time. Let's talk about yesterday a little bit. I'm looking at 1 o'clock. I got the Bengals and the Jets on my networks. So I'm watching Red Zone anyhow. It really doesn't bother me. Oh, yeah, well, 4 o'clock. There's one game at 4 and one at 4:25, the Geezer Bowl. Brady and, hey, Rodgers. We're going to talk about Rodgers. I want to jump on him. We got a free shot this week. Not enough good games yesterday. Normally there are,
Right.
just weren't. Now, the 4 o'clock, as I said. Now, Tampa Bay and the Rams was supposed to be. I mean, if you looked at it in
Before the year started.
September, you said, oh, man, we got
That's why
the
it's
big boy.
NFL.
Now, Brady passes. Now, you have to say this. Say what you want. 100,000 yards. Doesn't that sound like a lot of...
For me, I'm not a stat guy. You know
Yeah.
that. I'm not a stat guy at all.
But you have to preserve.
He's 45 years old.
I know, but what I'm
like
saying...
George Bland, is in the top 4, and you play that long and you got talent.
But you have to be good enough, A, to
I said when
fight
you got
off
talent.
the young guys.
I said.
And B,
When you're good.
how about the Brady's or Manning's never missing? I used to see Blander walking in with a lung dart.
Because the thing that stands out to me about this, and I told you I'm way against that, is he's played 1 million, not 1 million playoff games.
Oh,
There's guys that never get
Oh,
to
no,
play.
no.
I bet you he's played.
Well, 3 a year, and he's won 8, probably 35.
Yeah, he's played 55 playoff games.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Oh, he's
saying.
played 2 seasons of playoff games.
He's played 50.
It's like LeBron. Think about LeBron in the playoffs.
Yeah, so when I look at his stats, I think he should have that much. If he's that good, and he is, he's the go-to of all
Well, see,
time.
I don't see it where someone else would have it.
No, nobody's played like he that long, is he?
Well, they played 12, 15 years.
Yeah, but he has played how many years?
What, 18?
18 years.
And he missed one whole year.
On a team with the playoffs.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's gonna be in again.
And a good team. He's never played on some teams like.
No, he wouldn't have lasted. I'll say that.
You know.
Like Rodgers, he's gonna.
It's an amazing stat, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Rodgers is gonna hang himself.
It doesn't surprise. Like Joe DiMaggio, 56 amazes me.
Yeah.
Like if you said Tom Brady, how many years? How many years has he played?
18.
And he's thrown.
100,000.
No, I'm saying let's say he threw for 3,000 yards a year.
Oh,
What
yeah.
is that?
Oh, it's 50. Oh, 54. That's almost double.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So he's thrown for sometimes he's thrown for 1,500 yards.
Oh, he threw for 5,000 several.
But I'm saying that's
Yeah.
what I said where he's thrown at. Amazing.
How about Rodgers? He looked. Let
has no team with him.
Let me ask you.
So
he couldn't be done that fast. You're saying?
He's not done at all.
Okay.
He has no team.
No.
I mean, what I mean, now
Hey.
his body language makes you hate him.
Yeah, but he has no.
But I'm saying, except for Lazard,
Oh yeah.
he's playing.
I'll tell you what though.
He's playing with double-A
Yeah.
high school
I'm going to
players.
tell you what, though. I'll say this. He turned it over 3 times in the red zone. And that one, that pass, you know how they sneak the tie?
Oh, yeah.
He's made that a million times. And that kid from Michigan that plays for the Lions snuffed it. He saw it coming.
I saw it.
The big dude?
Yeah, he didn't expect him to be there.
No,
Yeah, the
no,
throwback,
oh,
the throwback
absolutely.
Yeah, he was throwing to an offensive tackle.
Now, let me ask you, who's going to win the 2 South divisions? The one with Tampa and Atlanta and the one with Tennessee and the Colts?
Well, Tennessee's winning that one.
Okay.
There's no doubt.
Hey, I have to say this real quick. They didn't win, but you saw the way to beat Kansas City.
Yeah, they have the MO.
Sluggo.
to do
They
it.
just need a quarterback.
Yeah,
Willis is
he's pathetic.
Oh my God.
George called me like he says it's better than Tannehill. And I'm saying, yeah, but he just has to hand the ball off.
Yeah, if he can't
He
run.
can't play a lick.
No, he can't throw.
know.
You see his quarterback rating 5.
He can't play.
My
That's why
God.
they just try to. That helps him against Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because
He's
they
not
aren't
going
going
to
to
try
take
to.
any chances.
Yeah, exactly.
But
No,
I like New Orleans in that division. How about that?
I have them.
I like New Orleans.
Well, I
in
hope
that
you're
division.
right.
I think New Orleans winning that division.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. The story's the Seahawks, huh? I mean, we've already
Amazing.
talked about Philly. We've given them their props.
Yeah, they should
We've
get
talked
it.
about Miami. We've given them. We got to give them some props. We've talked Minnesota. Al and I were talking last night just about something else, and he looked up all their close games they
It's
used
amazing.
to lose.
Them and the Chargers just lose every
Yeah.
close game. Chargers win a couple. Minnesota's win them all.
Seahawks, though. Old Pete, 70 years old, our age.
Coach of the year.
And
I know they're giving the coach from the Giants. I get that.
or the
But
guy from the Eagles. But odds-wise, he's 125 to 1, by the way.
Philly guy
Sirianni.
is-
But
Well,
they
that's
could
'cause
lose
they're
5 in a
9-0.
row. They could lose 5 in a row.
No, they couldn't.
They're not that good.
The Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah, they trounced.
They could win at.
They're not.
They could lose at Dallas.
Oh no, they could lose to Dallas.
You know.
Yeah.
Now, the Seahawks. I had them in the bottom.
Everybody did.
No bottom
No,
there.
everybody. I
No
didn't say
bottom.
one.
How about I was thinking?
They were trying to decide who was going to win the league.
I
and they
was
just put Seattle down
I
below.
was looking the other way. Who's going to lose the most? And I had the Bears. I'm wrong. Jacksonville and Seattle. I was wrong all 3 of them.
Yeah, a lot of people have the Jets too. And the Jets.
Oh, I said yesterday. I put it on Twitter. I said, "You Steeler fans that think that was an upset, you ain't been watching. There's no upset." No. The disappointment, Arizona, one of your disappointments.
Oh yeah, I'd fire him. I'd fire him tomorrow.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
we
was, I
should
don't
go-
care about coaching.
Yeah.
But the reason I don't like it is they have so many delayed games.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah,
mistakes.
thing they shouldn't have.
Mistakes. Yeah, that goes back to coaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was a big Kyler Murray guy coming out of college.
I was too- why-
I was
you got me
gigantic,
on him.
Gigantic.
He's not doing
and
it.
he is. If I was him, I'd go to baseball because he's not going to improve any. Because he can only do one thing: run around and make a play that way. Any other way, he can't play.
Okay. No, that's what I understand what you're talking about. Exactly. Exactly. We talked about the Vikings. They used to lose those. Now, how about Miami putting up 35, 38, 20?
I'm not a two-man.
I know you're not, but what does he have to do?
He has to show me he's the guy's doing it.
Well,
I mean,
but how does he not doing it?
I just watch the games and watch how wide open these guys are running down the field. I mean, standing by themselves, and it's just.
But he doesn't get any credit for that.
No, I think every quarterback in the league could do what he's doing. I never see it. I'm talking about those two, Waddle and.
Oh no, they're
no, wide open running
Yeah,
down
the cheat is a bad
running
dude.
down the field like there's nobody covering them.
Well, he puts
And-
up loads of points and they win.
Oh, that's Miami's offense. That's why they play too. They play that RPO. Now, if you're not an RPO guy, then you can't do it. That's his strength.
Okay.
That's his strength. He'll fake into the line.
Yeah,
and
pull
throw in
out.
the ball.
Yeah, I've seen
That's
that.
why he plays.
They'll have a guy coming across the middle and a guy out in the flat, and you have to choose,
Yeah.
and he hits the other guy.
Yeah, he does. It's amazing. So he does that really well.
But you
Yeah.
don't. You're not
I
a
see a
fan.
weak arm. I see everything about him.
Yeah, I don't see that weak arm. I watched
Ball
yesterday.
that
I said I don't
flows,
see that
yeah.
floater. I don't see that.
Always.
I never see that.
It's because it's so wide open.
He's throwing for 41
He doesn't have
points,
to throw it into that,
35.
that tight thing.
I'm amazed you say that.
Like other guys.
That's amazing. So they're not going to last.
Can't win a
then.
championship with him.
Can't win.
Not a chance. Not a chance. When they get to the playoffs, you'll see people crowding him and getting his face. And that ball begins
I'm
to go to the other
anxious to
team.
see that because I'll have to see it.
Right.
The dude at Baltimore, I have seen it.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
And I think he's way better, too.
And I could take him any game of the year. You give me him, and I'll take him. But I've watched him in the playoffs.
Gotcha.
I can't do it. Let's talk NBA. No, way too early, but Warriors like 0-5 on the road.
Not even a thought.
Is there anything? No. Was there any damage? No. You know, listen. Is there any damage done?
No.
With a punch?
No. They don't care about each other in the pros.
You don't think they like
Not
each
a
other
problem.
anyway.
They don't like each other.
So it doesn't matter.
No, they're talking to their agents after the game saying, "What can I do to make more
So
money?"
you don't think that there's any chance
No, it's just
that damaged them?
just a hangover from winning the championship that many times.
Complacency.
Yeah.
All right, how about Nash getting fired? We predicted that, but that didn't take a crystal ball.
No, he's every coach gets thrown out of the wall in the pros.
So you're kind of like Chuck Daly. You're hired to be fired. That's what he would have said.
He knew that too. Even he said it.
And I wrote down, I was writing some notes. It's almost a blessing you don't have to deal with those idiots.
I know I wouldn't like it.
No, you'd hit him with a chair or something.
I know
and
I
be
wouldn't
fine.
like it. Yeah.
Like Kyrie
Because
Irving.
Kyrie does not improve mentally at all.
No, he doesn't get it, Al.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it.
It doesn't seem like he does. Does it?
No. I mean, like this guy said something the other day. I said, you understand if he couldn't make a jump shot, what would you care what he had to say? I don't care what he has
I
to
don't
say.
say anyway.
No, here's the other thing. Here's something I noticed. This all goes back to Popovich back in the day. None of them are playing back-to-backs. And I keep thinking of you spending all your money and going to Cleveland,
Right.
and you walk out and they say, oh, Luka's not playing tonight. Yeah. See, it's okay for the home team. They see him 41 times.
Right. It's a crying shame.
And listen to this. Wilborn, who's normally old school, he says they should stop back-to-back games. He's serious. Yeah. Did Wilt miss 8 minutes? Did Wilt miss?
Not 8 games.
No, people. Listen, we're going to say it because I didn't believe it.
Did he like go to the hospital? Did he end up?
No, he was fine. No, he's fine.
It is such a joke what's happening in our sports society.
And we talk about this. Let's talk. You save your pennies. You break the piggy bank open. You go to Cleveland.
$1,000 a person.
And you
$500
go
a person
in,
to
and
go.
you find out, Luka's not playing tonight. He's taking a DMP.
Yes.
I'd want my money back.
That's why I won't go because I don't know who's playing.
Any thoughts either way on the guy that coached the Celtics coaching the Nets? Remember, he was suspended by the Celtics, not the league.
No, I have no thoughts on it.
Either way.
Yeah, I don't care who's
I mean, he's
coaching.
not Robert Young.
I don't
He's
care.
not Father Knows Best, right?
I don't care who's coaching.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's not Father Knows
Right.
Best, though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Does he? Now, if he's in college, do you feel differently because he's a role
Yes.
model? Okay, that's,
I think college
that's
kids
what I wanted to know.
I think college kids listen a lot.
Okay, but that's what I wanted to know about bringing him back or not. In other words, bringing him to another team. Would you have more trouble in a college because he's supposed to be watching after your kid while he's there?
Yeah, college is.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. World Series Astros in 6. Lose game 1, so they really won 4 out of 5. Rookie MVP of the series. Oh, let me say this, you kids that don't lift. Look at that dude. Unbelievable. Al, once again, I'm going to give you I'll put the ball in the tee for you. 72 strikeouts in 6 games. The Phillies.
That's the way the game's played. They came back to haunt them when they
What
first and third.
is there to say?
Yeah, as I say, that's what they play. Every team plays that way. And it'll be interesting to see if the rule changes next week. You'll change it. I don't think
The
they
shift?
will. Yeah, I don't think they will. I think that's just the way they're brought up. That's the agents are saying we're paying you for home runs.
Okay.
We're not paying you for moving runners.
So you don't
over.
think the shift might?
No.
Remember now next year?
Yeah, I do. The shifts would mean something normally.
Yeah.
But I don't think they care.
Because they're on the knob anyway.
Yes.
And you're saying, in effect, next year, no grass, no 2 on
Yeah,
each
it's a
side of
big
the base.
change.
Oh, no.
Big change.
I see second baseman in right field, Al. You don't have to tell me. I agree 1,000%. Now, does that wipe out the cheating World Series or nothing to do with it? How do we say?
I don't even think. I think Houston's the best team.
Okay.
You know, I
All right.
especially this year.
All right.
Their bullpen. Their
Now,
bullpen's just unbelievable.
That 2-2-1-1-1 format, they went NBA back, now back to 2-2-1. Baseball has kept the 2-3-2. Any thoughts?
No thoughts.
Doesn't matter either way?
Best team will win usually, I think.
Dusty Baker winning. Everybody
That was
seems to
happy. I
like
was
the
happy
old
about
timer.
that. I was happy
Long
about
time
that.
coming, huh?
Yeah, I was happy about that.
Hey, by the way, there's a game on TV every night for the next 2.5 weeks. Maction, people, is back, and I'm excited. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.